Hey, it's me, the N to the J to the B, and I am out here trying and failing, trying to stay cool in the mean streets of Los Angeles. Oop. I am happy that this old car of mine started right up after 3 weeks of sitting idle. I have a friend who has a much newer car. I think it's like 2 years old, maybe 3 years old at the most. And he has a whole bunch of stuff hooked up to it. So if he leaves his car idle for a week, it won't start when he tries to start it again. But you know, he got to be fancy with all that stuff. I tease him all the time about it, but he likes it. But I'm so happy my car started right up with no trouble. My car is a 2009, and I don't like car payments. I don't like car payments more than I like new cars. So I will be driving this car until nobody will fix it, which is what happened to my last car. I loved it, but it started having problems, and after $3,000 of trying to fix it, a mechanic told me, get rid of this car, like as soon as you can, and get something else. Okay, done. So I got this one, and it's been going strong. Thank you very much. Well, I have slept in my own bed for 2 nights, and yeah, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I really like to leave my apartment clean when I go travel somewhere, because who wants to come back to junk, you know, junk, or, you know, it's dirty or whatever. Now, it's always dusty. That's always an issue. But as far as it being dirty or cluttered or junky or whatever, I don't like coming home to that. Ooh, no, I was gonna go to Starbucks, but everybody's going to Starbucks. Let me get up out of here. Hold up. Let me get out of here. Okay, so in a recent video, we talked a little bit about dreams. Some of you shared your dreams with me, things that you have always wanted to do, or things that you would like to do now, but you're not doing yet for various reasons. Life gets in the way, you know, that kind of thing. But I want to talk about that some more. I love to see people win. When it's a good feeling for me when somebody says, I want this, or I want to be this way, or I want to do this, or I want to have this, and I see them able to engineer it, you know, to figure out the pieces, or sometimes it's just one piece that makes it click. So if I can be instrumental in helping to facilitate that in your life, hey, count me in. What I want to say is, in my own life, I have had to figure out the pieces to make things click. And I look back and I'm like, okay, yeah, this worked, that worked. I did that. I didn't do it on my own. I do believe in God, and I know that nothing is possible without God. I believe that. But God wants us to use some elbow grease. So I've put forth a lot of elbow grease, but sometimes you can use all the elbow grease in the world, and if you don't have the right pieces in the right order, then it won't work. The things that you all shared with me in the comments were all realistic and very doable. Now, nobody said they wanted to fly through the air like Superman or Wonder Woman or anything like that. They were all reasonable, achievable goals. You may be thinking that I don't know your life, and you're right. I don't know your life, but what I do know is that I don't want you to die with your music inside of you. Okay, whatever that dream is, whatever that song is you want to write, whatever that thing you want to do for someone else, don't leave this earth without that done, okay? I'm not giving you the finger, but I'm pointing at you now. Don't do it. I'm a big fan of writing things down. and writing them as opposed to typing them. You can type them later if you want to, but write them down. There's something about the visceral act of writing things down that gets it in you. You feel it. Write down one goal, just one. You might have 10 of them. Write down one. And it's not, this is the goal for the rest of my life. This is just one thing to get you started. Your own goal. It doesn't have to make sense to anybody else. It only has to make sense for you, and it has to make sense from here, not here. All right? We're going to do this part later, but this comes first. Write down that goal. And then ask yourself, why haven't I done this? And the first answer that comes up is usually the truth. Before you start saying, oh, well, yeah, then this other thing happened and that thing happened. Why haven't you done this thing that is burning inside of you to do? Be honest with yourself. You don't have to share this with anybody. Please don't. Just share it. It's just for you. Okay. Write that down. Then ask yourself, do I know what it takes to do this thing? Again, answer honestly. We're not lying to ourselves, okay? The next question is, am I going to do what it takes? Now, here is where, this is where the rubber meets the road, okay? Because sometimes you say, oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to be the president. All right, well, in order to be president, you need to do these things. Okay, that sounds cool. All right, are you really gonna do those things? Yeah, that doesn't sound like fun, so maybe I don't want to be president that bad. So be honest with yourself, because if the answer is no, I'm not gonna do that. I am not gonna spend my time doing whatever it is that will get me to that goal. Then you can move on. You can cross that off the list. All right? How many of us have to-do lists that are way too long? Let's cross that off the list if you're not going to do it. And you don't have to think about it anymore. You can move on to something that really, really excites you. So be honest with yourself. Am I going to do what it takes? I know many times my answer has been, nah, it would be cool to do this thing, but I ain't doing all that. Be honest. The next thing you do, if you've said no, you move on. Put the next goal down. Ask yourself those same questions. If you've said yes, it's time to get started. What is the first step? Just one step. What is the first step toward achieving this thing that I'm excited about? It may be a phone call to an art studio to find out when they have classes. It might be renting a space so that you can teach a one-time workshop for children. It could be volunteering somewhere. Some of the goals that I saw in the comments were helping people, teaching or coaching children, being a mom was one. And I want to say something about the being a mom comment. Mother is a noun and it's also a verb, okay? You can be a mother and you can also mother people. I have one mother, but I've been mothered by more than one good woman in my life, and I'm fortunate for it. My life has been enriched for that. So even if you didn't birth children from your body, even if you didn't adopt a child and have them live in your home, if you, hold on, I'm trying not to get hit by this car. These people, what are you doing? Okay. Anyway, you can mother more children. You can mother more adults even. You can mother more young people, more old people than you can birth anyway. So if that's something that you've always wanted, it's not outside of your grasp. Hang on, I gotta go in the post office. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm hoping my camera doesn't cut off because it's hot. It's 94 degrees today, and it was 102 yesterday. So I have the AC on and I'm thirsty. I should have brought some water with me. I did not. One thing that I am mindful of is that I don't know if we're officially still in a pandemic, but I do know that COVID is out here still running rampant, and now we got monkeypox, and the people in New York got polio in the water. So I'm keeping that in mind when I tell you to take a step and see what you can do toward this dream of yours. But here's the good thing that has come out of the pandemic. All this technology that we have can be used to give us more freedom. You can now work from virtually anywhere. You can do most jobs from anywhere. You can run most workshops from anywhere. And people from all over the world now can attend your workshop if it's virtual. So think about it with that in mind. I know some of you will say, I'm not tech savvy, I can't do this, but there are people who know what you don't know. And that's why you never want to be the smartest person in the room. You want to be around people who know more than you know in a variety of areas. You need something they have, and they may need something that you have. Okay? So that's how I journal. I touched on that before, and I had a couple questions about how I journal. When there's something going on that I can't figure out, like just in my head, I get the pen and the paper out. The pen and my journal out. And I start asking questions of myself, basically interviewing myself. Okay, Nicole, what is this all about? That's how I do myself. That's how I keep myself honest about things that I say I want to do that I'm not getting done. Things that I say are important to me, and yet, oh man, I meant to go to Trader Joe's. Anyway, I'm trying to think if I want to turn back around. I think I do. Things that I say are important to me, and yet every day I move them to the next day's list of things to do. At a certain point, I got to start asking myself, is this really important? And what happens if you don't do this? Like what really happens? Because you done moved it to the next day every day for the last 2 weeks. So is this really important? And often the answer is, no, I really don't want to do that. I'm just doing it because I feel like I should. I really don't want to do it. And then my next question is, what will happen if I don't do it? Often the answer is nothing. Nothing will happen if you don't. Nothing will happen most of the time. Sometimes there are consequences and repercussions. So that's what I want. I would like you all to do. And you're not doing it for me. You're doing it for you. That's how I get to the heart of a matter. That's how I start off. But even before goal setting, because there's no need to set a goal if you don't really want to do the thing. And sometimes you don't know until you dig deep and start exploring and asking yourself questions. Do I really want to do this? No, I really don't. All right, you're free. You don't have to do that thing. You go on to what is next. Okay, that's what I wanted to talk about regarding dreams. No. I want each of you to reach your dreams, whatever those dreams may be. Whatever they may be. Again, as long as nobody's getting hurt, which I don't think we have those kind of people here on this channel anyway, who are, some people are like, and I don't think we have people like that, but I have to say it. As long as you ain't hurting nobody, I want you to have what it is that you want to have. I want you to do what it is that you want to do. I love to travel. That's not everybody's thing. And that's fine. It is totally fine. I respect that. But find your thing. Find your thing and do it. Stop putting yourself last on your list. Put yourself first. You deserve it. We really do. A lot of times we do way more for other people because we don't want them to feel a certain way. We don't want them to go without, and we're going without. You know, our cups are empty because we're pouring out into other people. I'm not saying don't pour out into other people. I'm saying put your own oxygen mask on first, because you can't pour from an empty cup. Okay, those were mixed metaphors, but I think you know what I'm saying. Put yourself at the top of your list. It's okay. It is really okay. Nothing's gonna happen. Nobody's gonna come and get you. The selfish police are not gonna, I don't know, some people might point fingers at you and say you're selfish, you've changed. But the people that say that are usually the people who benefit from you putting yourself last on the list. So tell them, yes, I have changed, and things about to change around here. Let's get more of what we want and less of what we don't want in our lives. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm working toward that. While I was in Chicago, my mother happened to see a condo. I told you this, a condo for a really good price. It was a 1-bedroom condo, and I was like, that is too good to pass up. I'm sure it's going to need some fixing up, but if it doesn't need more than, I don't know, maybe $10,000 worth of work, it would be worth it. I'd have different options. I could just flip it and sell it. I could turn around and rent it out. I could Airbnb it. I don't know if I want to Airbnb it, but you know, I would have some options. Didn't get in to see it. Yesterday, I got an email saying that there was a contingency on the property. So that's, yeah, I'm not getting that. But it really started me to thinking, I hope you're not waiting on me. Let me go in here. I think these people thought I was pulling out. But I ain't. All right. Okay, I'll see you when I come out of Trader Joe's. All right, she back. So, let me clean my hands so I don't get the pox. I was talking about the condo, and so I started thinking, you know, it would be nice to have a place, low entry fee into the real estate game, because it is a game, and have a place that I can stay when I'm in town and that family can stay when they visit, because everybody's so big now. You know, like once upon a time, little kids, they could all stay at grandma's house. Everybody's grown now, most of them anyway, grown, big, and there's just not enough space for everybody. So, you know, I wouldn't mind people staying as long as they didn't tear up or mess up. Why not? So I'm still looking. I'm still looking. Plus, I've been intending to leave here anyway. We've been talking about that. That's another video for another time. I have, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have come to some realizations that I really don't want to disclose at this time. But I've come to some realizations, and and I hate to keep telling you this is the definitive answer, this is what I'm going to do, because then I get new information. I go, let me think about that for a bit. So I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do when it's actually happening. How about that? But my visit was good. This was the longest time I've been in Chicago since 1998. I usually couldn't get away from LA that long because of auditions, and now I can do video auditions from anywhere. So that's a good thing. I came back. I was supposed to have a job booked for tomorrow. Today I got an email saying that the commercial, they're not going to shoot the commercial. It was a voiceover for a radio spot, and so they're not going to do it. Maybe they'll do it another time. I've worked with these people before. They just call up and ask for me, so hopefully I'll get to work with them again. But it's another example of how the world has just opened up because of technology. Don't let technology scare you. Don't, because you don't have to be a technology expert to run a business online. You don't have to. You just need to know what you need to know, your portion of it, and I guarantee you there are experts out there who are ready, willing, and waiting to tell you what you need to do. They'll take care of this part, and you do the part that you enjoy doing. Okay? All right, I gotta call my mama. I told her I was gonna call her. I haven't talked to her since I left. But I mean, I'm sure she got enough of me while I was there. But I told her I'd call her, so I'm gonna call her, and then I'll call my dad a little later on. And that's it. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. It lets me know you like it. If you aren't subscribed, and a lot of you who watch me aren't, please subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you'll be among the first people notified when I put up a new video. Okay? And if you like this kind of video, if you like to talk about dreams and goals, or if there's something in particular that you're trying to do and you can't figure out how to do it, I may not know how exactly to do it, but I know how to guide you to it. I'm good at that thing. I'm good at that. So I can't tell you exactly how to become an engineer, but I can tell you how to find out. All right? I'll talk to you soon.